action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Amway Center in downtown Orlando, tonight the Orlando Magic taking on the Miami Heat. The Orlando Magic begin this game with the basketball. Isaac. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. To Whiteside. That's blocked by Vucevic.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
It's Orlando's ball. To Fournier. The Magic with 4 to shoot. And 2 points to the board.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket, he even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
It's Gordon with the stuff.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Dragic to Whiteside. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Dragic into the front court. Down 5. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Miami's got it.
You know, Ed, one of the concerning things for me is that you had the franchise future of this organization and Hassan Whiteside, who almost became last season a franchise headache, and how this team dealt with the drama said a lot about the character of who they are.
Jay, it's crazy. You go back a couple of years ago when the cap expanded, teams invested in players they felt could be cornerstones for their respective franchises. Hassan Whiteside was the guy in Miami. But midway through last season, Eric Spoelstra saw more opportunities for a guy like Bam Adebayo and to go small with lineups around Kelly Olynyk. To Fournier. Five to shoot for Orlando. Fournier. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Orlando ball. To Aaron Gordon. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Dragic. Down to 5 on the 24. Dragic to Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing it out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with an easy lay right there.
Here comes the screen. Isaac to Gordon. Fires the 3. Not that time. Inside, he scores.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Here's Orlando with the basketball. Isaac. To Dragic. That pass stolen by Orlando. Isaac to Aaron Gordon. Hassan Whiteside with a piece. That's his first of the game.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Fournier, well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Isaac, out of bounds the call, off Jonathan Isaac. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic to Wade. Screen coming. Dragic to Wade. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Down low, it's Gordon. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Wade. That misses with 3 seconds left. Final chance from three-quarters court, off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. Good start to this one. After one quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Has a look. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
That ball's out of bounds. Last touch by a Magic. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Deep two there, won't go.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Gets it in the left corner. Rebound taken by Olynyk. Knocks it down off the step back.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping him.
Screen coming. Gets a look. Can't hit. Rises for the slam.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Magic basketball. Screen coming. From the painted area, won't go down. the Magic with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 3, Dwayne Wade. Stepping in for Orlando, number 17.
Scores from the post.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Magic own the possession. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. 5 to shoot. Gets it in the right corner. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Wade. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. Shot misses for Wade.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know to scout him.
Jay, LeBron James has been gone from Miami now for 5 seasons, yet you look at what the Heat have going. They're winning with what might be considered role players in other teams.
And a lot of credit of that has to go to Spo. Think about what he's lost. 5 years ago, the best player on the planet, LeBron James. Then you lose Dwayne Wade due to some management issues, overpayment. Then you lose Chris Bosh due to health issues. And for him to have this team in the playoff hunt says everything you need to know about a great coach.
Here comes the screen. To Wade. Nothing going here on that drive. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Back to the basket. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Richardson. Good look that time, but off the mark. Augustine with the basketball. 5-point game. To Vucevic. Can't connect from inside. The shot rejected by Isaac.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Orlando has it. Pass stolen by Miami. That misses with 2 seconds to go. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And if you have the ball in your hands on offense and you're that open and you see the defense sprinting at you, directly at you, not taking an angle to try to block your shot to not hit you, brace yourself for contact, focus on making the basket, and one every time.
Dwayne Wade at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. One free throw, count it, it's a 3-point play. And the lead up to 8. First half in the books. The Heat with the lead.
The Heat absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat. The Magic have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. And when you're down this much, some players will be tempted to just ease up. They've got to resist that temptation.
First half stats. Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Jay, 44 wins for the Heat last year. For the most part, that core is in place once again.
And when I think about the core, Ed, I think about upper management. I think about Pat Riley. I think about Eric Spoelstra. I think about Mickey Arison, the consummate professionals associated with this basketball team. The year before, they did not make the playoffs. So a substantial improvement for a young basketball team.
To Gordon. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Able to convert inside.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Gets a shot up off the mark. To Dragic. Magic have it. Fournier. Here comes the screen. Isaac to Aaron Gordon. From long range. Yes, Aaron Gordon. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Crafty, Ed. I love the fact that he was able to have the awareness to get his feet behind the three-point line.
Get the camera.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Good look there, but it's no good. Fournier. To Gordon. Has a look. He connects. The defender was in the vicinity, let it fly, and it goes.
When you open up a toolbox, you see every tool in the kit, right? Now, whether you can use every tool in the kit, that's another question. That's who Jonathan Isaac is. He's potential wrapped up in a 6'10" frame. He just has to continue to put in the time in the gym and hope he can reap the benefits. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. James Johnson at the line. Nope. First one does not go. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a one. It's Orlando's ball. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking? Dragic with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. Inside, he scores.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Augustine with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Isaac, great dish to set it up. Shot from the lane won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
In the front court, it's Augustine. The deficit now up to a dozen. Gordon to Fournier. James Johnson.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Fournier. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Dragic to Whiteside. Oh, emphatic slam.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Here comes the screen. Fournier. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Fournier. Evan Fournier at the line. First one goes down. And he hits the second. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. And now it's Flash with the basketball. Takes stock of the floor. Wade. Rebounded by Orlando. Not that time. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Dwayne Wade. Nothing going here on that drive. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Five to shoot for Orlando. To Fournier. 4-3. Evan Fournier bothered just enough there.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
It's good. And 1.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Orlando ball. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete with the Heat in front. It's Magic basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Short jumper won't go down. Richardson. Won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
He'd have the basketball. To Whiteside. Has a look. Off the mark.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
To Mo Bamba. Short jumper won't fall.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Here comes the screen. The Magic with the rebound. Here's Orlando with the basketball to Aaron Gordon. Sizing up the defense. Yes, Aaron Gordon. He's 3 for 7.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
From the painted area, won't go down. Augustine with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Gordon. Defense making the ball handler work. To Gordon. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Missed that one. The defender was all over him.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Richardson. It's rebounded by Gordon. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both, and you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. Augustine with it up top. The deficit is 6. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Dragic. Almost unlucky bounce. Fournier. Pass stolen by Miami. Dragic with it. Up by 3. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on... He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Yes.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Dragic into the front court. All even here in the 4th. Josh Richardson, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
I love stories like Josh Richardson's. A mid-second round pick in the 2015 draft, and he had to scrape and claw every inch of the court to make the team. Now, 2 years later, he finds himself in a starting role on the playoff team. That's called the American dream. And you can expect that same dog mentality in this game tonight.
To Vucevic. Slams it down.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Miami with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. That's blocked by Vucevic.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knocks it down off the step back. Now the Magic gonna signal for a timeout, and this is where the coaches earn their cash. Let's see what they design down by 2 here in the final minute of play. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Fournier. Off the iron. No good. That out of his range and no good. And scores.
Safe to say, it's imperative for every team that when a play breaks down, you have to give the ball to somebody who can do his thing. That's what Evan Fournier brings to the table, averaging 18 points per game last season.
Here comes the screen. The quarter comes to an end, and it's deadlocked, all tied up. Changes coming from both sides right now. And the extra period begins. Dragic. The screen sets him up for 2.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
Magic basketball. He gets it.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Dragic. Richardson. To Whiteside. It was right there.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Gordon. And he knocks it down, Jay.
Crafty Ed. I love the fact that he was able to have the awareness to get his feet behind the three-point line.
Dragic with the basketball. Down 3. Here comes the screen. Dragic to Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. 3 for 6 now.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Short jumper off the mark. Dragic. To Whiteside. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Goran Dragic, known to get under players' skin and uses it to his advantage, was a first-time All-Star last season.
Fournier. Goes to the left side. Gordon to Vucevic. Oh, I missed a short one there. Inside, he scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Magic own the possession. Probing the defense. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Dragic to Whiteside. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. To Vucevic. The Magic with 4 to shoot. Gordon. The jumper's off the mark. Dragic with it. Leads 3. To Whiteside. And a throwdown.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Orlando has it to Aaron Gordon. Isaac to Fournier. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Whiteside. Dragic. Not done yet. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Now, I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points. Long heave from three-quarters court. The Heat with the victory as they win it in overtime. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation.
The Heat were successful in overtime, earning a solid win. It was a remarkable game for the way it ended, but it was also a terrific game overall. I'm glad to have been a part of it. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat. The Magic are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Cold.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Orlando Magic. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.